Hey there. Happy, Wednesday when I record this. When it launches, chances are it'll be on Thursday or Friday, maybe a Tuesday. Who knows when I'll get it uploaded. Happy podcast day. We'll say that. As you can hear, my voice is not the best. So I hope that you can hear this podcast okay and that you're patient with me as I heal my voice. I got walloped by the flu over the past few weeks. I've been back to normal this week, just been working through some of that last minute cold symptom and throat issue. But last week I was down and out of everything. So I thank you with your patience as we move through whatever this is. Like I said, hopefully you can hear me. But I wanted to connect today on a couple of thoughts for the podcast. But I'm going to keep this hopefully quicker. Just before we get started, I have some background music playing, and it's Chris Collins from indiemusicbox.com. He offers some great royalty-free music options, so if you find yourself in need of that, check him out. But I wanted to touch base on my intention for 2024. Over the past few podcasts, we've been talking about intentions for 2024, and I've mentioned how mine intention is to receive. And you've heard me talk about some of my experiences as well. We've talked about the ways that we can use our intention a little bit moving forward. Well, mine has shifted and morphed into a new opportunity. So moving forward through 2024, I am now embarking on a journey to receive. And what this is this is going to be a members only page that you can subscribe to. And within this space, each week I'm going to sit down with my favorite deck of the week. And I'm going to pull a card, and I'm just going to be open to what the message is to help us understand how to receive abundance, goodness, and light more easily in life. It came from a space where I was tired of figuring it out. I was tired of trying to make it happen and hustling for it. And I decided, you know what? I surrender. And I open myself up to divine inspiration. And that's what this journey to receive is. So if you've seen information about that in any of my platforms, you'll know that that's what that is. It's an opportunity where you can subscribe for just $7 a month. That $7 a month, it's more than if you were to buy 2 lattes in a month. It's less than if you were to buy 2 lattes in a month. And then each week there'll be a message that we can be open to divine guidance and how to receive more easily and openly in life. And my rhythm in that is to sit down with a card and then just write what comes out. I call it automatic writing, but everybody has their own version of automatic writing. So that's where my intention is moving into 2024. I'm going to deepen that connection and that insight. Be open to receiving it versus trying to figure it out. So that brings us to today. Today I wanted to, I found myself when I was sitting, connecting with the energy, balancing my energy for the day, welcoming that divine connection from my circle and from the energies that support my client work today. I pulled a card from the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light deck. Let me get it. This deck is by Rebecca Campbell. A lot of people do use it. I think it's Work Your Light deck. I haven't had the box or the book in a while. So if I misspoke with the notion of a Work Your Light deck, I apologize. But you can definitely find it and work with it through connecting with Rebecca Campbell. But I drew a card from this deck, and then I went through and just wrote down whatever it felt like it brought me. Very similar to how I do in that journey to receive. So this is that message. This is the card. I'm going to share it on social media. But I want you to notice her. And then we've got these kind of shadowy individuals. I know for those of you listening on Spotify, you can't see the card. For those on the video, you just saw it. But for those of you on the Spotify, you can't see the card. But there's this woman, and then there's these shadows that it feels like she's approaching. You can find it on social media if you're listening to this currently. But the card says, break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. And this is what felt like it came up for me. You get to choose your adventure, day by day, choice by choice. We get to choose our path and our forward motion. One of those choices gets to be forgiveness. Forgiveness of self. Forgiving the steps in the past that weren't helpful. Forever giving away what you judge as a mistake. Another choice you get to make is to receive the lessons from your past, from your situations, your relationships, and the places you've been and are going. Asking yourself, what did I learn? Or how did this change me? Another choice you get to make is compassion. Compassion for self. Honor what your needs are today and ask yourself, what feels healing and joyful today? The picture of this card feels like this woman is coming back home, drenched in peach, honoring her newfound ability to allow joy and pleasantness in moments in her life. Pleasant moments in her life. She allows the wind of change to flow through her and around her. She feels like she presents herself to her past selves, to her past stories. She thanks them for the gifts of strength and wisdom they have brought her. Although our past stories, past selves, and past lives do not define us, they did play a role in getting us to where we are today. They have allowed us to heal and to grow, offering us the choice of who we want to be moving forward. So I ask you, who do you want to be? What choices can you make day by day to help propel you in the direction of authentically living as your uniquely beautiful self?